Hey, here to talk about postpartum. I think it's about day 30 or so, but you know me in numbers, we don't really get along. We just live without calculating, measuring. I do keep track of time and I'm very good at being on time. But anyways, I've only weighed him once out of curiosity. And he was about 8 pounds. Who cares the ounces? And he was weighed the day after. Well, yeah, the night after. There's no rush to do any of that stuff, and what really matters if he's a little bit lighter or bigger than you thought. And also, people worry about their babies not gaining weight. That's just because you're tracking it so meticulously that you're looking for a problem. Otherwise, your tracking would be useless, waste of time, which it is. So you have eyes and you have intuition. You can just feel your baby. You can look at it. You can tell if it's weak and not drinking milk. It's going to drink all the milk it needs. And honestly, I try not to feed the baby too much at once so that they don't spit up. I try and give him some milk and let him burp or rest, digest, and then he can have some more. We really do give him, or I give him less milk at night. He tends to already be in a pretty good rhythm of going back to sleep quickly at night and eating more milk during the day. But anyhow, yeah, postpartum, the birth was great, and was really happy with the little ounces of support we had from, minimal, support from Jasmine, which she knew I wanted minimal support. And she came, she took some great photos, she checked in with me, she was calm, she cleaned up, she brought me some coconut water and chocolate shake, and as soon as I was starting to feel dizzy or lightheaded, I was like, oh, I need some food. So I told her to cut me some sourdough with lots of butter, and it was nice because Gabe could just stay with me in bed, and Fiona was with us too. And so then I guess I asked her to come back after work the next night just to come check on me and bring the scale. And her mom came with a dish her mom had made for us and some tea. And that was sweet. Although I was Gabe had taken the kids somewhere, I think soccer, and it was almost 7 o'clock and I was about to fall asleep. The baby was asleep. But then the visitors were coming, so I, put my mental state back together and was able to be present and, stayed on the couch. And anyhow, they didn't stay long and they were good visitors. There's good visitors and there's visitors who are not as helpful. But those that, either bring you something to support your journey or help tidy and don't ask too many questions and don't stay long. And, I've had some really nourishing foods for the first week, especially from Naveen's mother. She makes Indian food and she cooked us large amounts of various Indian warm, mushy, spicy foods that we had leftovers for days, and she cooked 2 nights for us, and that was really sweet and exactly what I wanted and needed. And yeah, Cameron and Alex brought us pizza, and people brought us soup and broth and various things. We really didn't need to cook for, cook dinner for about a week, and finally after a week I was like, well, we got all these veggies in the fridge, I gotta cook them up. So I sauteed them all up, all the veggies, and put coconut milk and broth and blended it up to make like a soupy curry, and poured that over cooked quinoa in broth, and that was really nourishing. It's nice to just have food, warm food that I like, easy to heat up and ready to go. There's still lots of demands from the kids, all their needs, all the cleaning, and it's hard for me to let go of the house not being somewhat clean, you know, like things being just put away or picked up. And anyhow, my mom was really wanting me to have help, and she helped pay for some support, so I had some babysitters come, and people, like, babysitters coming is super helpful because the kids need the attention and the just change of rhythm. But they've also done really well with just being home. We really haven't left too much. They've learned how to, like, play together and not be like, Mom, come play with me, or Mom, I need you. Or they've learned to just figure stuff out better. You know, they still get in disputes or quarrels or accidents, but it's seldom that they need me. Sometimes Mirabelle just wants me to acknowledge that she got a boo-boo and she wants a kiss, and that's still fine. I had a little trouble with the boundaries of the kids and the baby. They're like so excited and think he's so cute, and he is, but it's like he's my baby and I need to mother him, and they're especially Fiona was overstepping the boundary and constantly asking, can I hold him, can I hold him, can I hold him, and like she wouldn't even give him back to me if he was screaming, crying, and I was just frustrated. But we're getting there with, like, okay, if I'm nursing, don't ask me. If he's crying, don't ask me. So they're getting a little bit better at that. And but yeah, so I think I had my first bath with Levi, and Fiona came in it again, which was symbolic because she came in the bath that he was born in that night. So she also had the first bath with him, and she wanted to hold him in the bath. I said no. He accidentally drank a little bath water and was coughing for a while. Also, yeah, Fiona had this terrible cough, which is still lingering, and I'm having. But she would be like coughing so much and wanting to hold him, and I'm like, you're coughing all over the baby, and I know it's inevitable that, you know, we live in the same house, like germs are going to be spread, and I'm fine with that, but he's such a new little baby and don't want you coughing right in his bubble. Anyhow, then I got the cough when he was like 3 weeks old, and it was just pretty intense, and it's really starting to get tired, I think, from lack of sleep. You know, at first, the first week I was like on this high, and I was like, I got this, this is fine, I don't mind waking up. But after 3 weeks of like waking up 5 times a night, you're like, yeah, this is hard. So I'm still fine with it. I'm not complaining, I'm dealing with it, and if I can lay down or just even close my eyes or rest during the day, that's helpful. And yeah, just reminding myself to do less and not take in too much stimulation or phone time or friends. Like every person that comes into your thought or into your house or your life, like then a trail of thought or feelings linger. So it's really important to like keep your house bubble in this state of like baby bliss for as long as you can, because it doesn't last that long, and it's so precious, and it is a really hard stage, but it's also so sweet and like slow and gentle if you allow it to be. I had my first outing when my parents came to visit. We went to Cedar's soccer game in the morning, and he was about 10 days old. It's a little early to go out, but it was sweet to just see all the community and the town people of Scottsville say congratulations to me, and just be excited for me. And he slept the entire time, and I was exhausted though when I got home, just like one outing and seeing all these different people, and it's tiring. But I did it, and I wouldn't have gone if Gabe wasn't driving me and there with me. Nursing has been great. I guess every time you nurse on one side, your other boob starts leaking, and your clothes are just covered in either spit up, throw up, breast milk dripping, pee, baby poop, blood. And then with the cough, it's like if I cough too hard or laugh too hard, I just I pee my pants pretty much very easily. Very open down there. Also had some really lovely help from some older women at our church. We go to a Celtic service once a month. And, this woman, about 80 years old, she only had one child, and she's just feeling for me, and she's like, I'm going to come over and hang out. And so one of the church ladies came as well, and they came for 2 hours and just gave the kids full attention and said, go do your thing. I got to shower, I got to nap, and really I probably only shower once, maybe twice a week, and I'm okay with that. I'm smelly, but it's a nice natural smell, and the baby really uses that to connect and know his mother. We don't need to wipe away and be like this sterile thing, especially immediately after birth. Anyways, the church ladies said they come every week until Christmas, so I'm super grateful. If anyone doesn't have any grandparents around to support them, find someone. There are people out there who want children medicine in their lives, and it's a mutual thing, a mutual benefit, and you don't necessarily have to join church, but maybe some other spiritual grounds or elder homes, or I don't know, somewhere. There are ways. Let's see what else. Tea has been really lovely, and it seems like my kids are also enjoying tea ceremonies, or just having tea in the morning. I love putting in the honey or sugar, and something I usually monitor. But they love pouring it and stirring it and sipping it and spilling it. It's one mess after another, but I'm learning how to do all the things I do with more interruptions and more distractions or more fatigue. And I know that though this is a hard phase, it's bringing us towards something really beautiful. Having 4 children, I can't even believe it. And postpartum on my husband, Gabe, was really fine in the beginning, and he was like, don't hire anyone, I can do it. And it's you can do it. You can take care of the kids, but I also need to be fed and nourished. The home also needs to be cleaned and taken care of and kept up with. And it's that's too many things. I mean, he did really great with the kids. He took them to the museum and out to lunch and to a park. Like, he took them out all day, and it was just really good bonding for them and good, quiet, peaceful time for me and baby Levi, little Levi. And he put them all to bed. He was really stepping it up right away, but there were still like piles of dishes and piles of laundry and floors and tables to be swept and cleaned off, and there's a lot. And it's good for him to see how much I do, because when he does go to work and comes home to a clean house, it's like he doesn't really know how much time it took me to do all those things and keep up and keep nourished and feed the children's mental, emotional, physical needs and my own and everything. But anyway, so yeah, his work demands increased because he had some payments to make by a certain date, and child care responsibilities increased, and fatigue. Like, 8 o'clock at night, we're both like, okay, we're ready. Like, we're ready for bed, and not even, wanting time to each other, but not even really able to like physically go there. It's like, I'm just done, tired, and it's nice to be able to go to bed together and be tired together. And he sleeps through mostly the baby wake-ups and cries, and I had never has he really been on night duty since the first child. It's just not, it's nice that some dads can do that, but it's not something that works for us. He works hard with machines and sharp things and heavy things all day long, and like, I want him to come home in full pieces. So I'm like, I'll do the night stuff. I'm used to it. I can rest during the day, or I can drink more coffee, whatever. I'm home, I can manage. It's okay. When I did have him try to do night care for children, it's just like, was a big effort for me to even wake him up or yell at him to like get out of bed and say, you said you would, and it's just, didn't work for us. And I'm totally okay with that. He contributes and helps out in many other ways. The bathrooms are a lot dirtier than usual. There's, with cloth diapers, there's just bins of poopy, soiled diapers, and laundry has really never been this much. But I'm okay with it. It's alright. Keeping up little by little. Just a reminder to myself and others to really give yourself like 2 months to like just not keep up with friends or people or outings. Like, just let that stuff go. It'll come back. And like, honestly, just doing nothing and just looking at your baby, just smelling your baby, just sitting in my rocking chair looking out the window is like so healthy. I don't need to do anything else. Right now my kids are with Rachel. They're at the library. And hoping to just even out the kids having alone time or dates with either one of the parents or with different friends or family, and making them still feel special and loved. And I really just tell my children so much that I love them, and I ask for hugs. And the Cedar's like 6.5, our first child, and he's starting to get big, but I still want him to hug me every morning. And if we don't get that, I'm like, where's my Cedar hug? And I need my fill of cedar, and so he gives me a little hug. I say, oh, I'm at 10%. And he gives me another squeeze. I'm like, oh, I'm at 40%. And then he asks me, oh, what percent are you at now? And I say 100, but I need a little more, a little extra. And he says, is that 1,000%? So he likes that. But yeah, your postpartum time is yours, and really good to reflect on your birth experience. If not now, then at some other point. I usually, like the day after my birth, I record my birth experience through my eyes in my notes on my phone. I just like voice it into the notes, and then it's there and it's saved, and like when I'm ready, then I write out my birth blog with pictures and all that. And I had my husband write his perspective in Levi's journal. Each of our children have a journal that we write special things in, special moments, or their growth and development, or cute things, and yeah, something we can give them when they're older and want to see or hear more about what they were like as children. Alright, y'all, that's a lot. Time for me to shower, maybe?